You've seen judges across the country, including a Bush-appointed Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, say these are vital vacancies that need to be filled. And this gridlock has not served the cause of justice. In fact, it's undermined it. Over the past 3 weeks, Senate Republicans again denied a yes or no vote on 3 highly qualified Americans to fill 3 vacancies on the nation's second highest court, even though they have the support of a majority of senators. 4 of President Bush's 6 nominees to this court were confirmed. 4 out of 5 of my nominees to this court have been obstructed. So the vote today, I think, is an indication that a majority of senators believe, as I believe, that enough is enough. The American people's business is far too important to keep falling prey day after day to Washington politics. I'm a former senator. So is my vice president. We both value any Senate's duty to advise and consent. It's important, and we take that very seriously. But a few now refuse to treat that duty of advise and consent with the respect that it deserves. It's no longer used in a responsible way to govern. It's rather used as a reckless and relentless tool to grind all business to a halt, and that's not what our founders intended. And it's certainly not what our country needs right now. And I just want to remind everybody, what's at stake here is not my ability to fulfill my constitutional duty. What's at stake is the ability of any president to fulfill his or her constitutional duty. You know, public service is not a game, it is a privilege, and the consequences of action or inaction are very real. The American people deserve better than politicians who run for election telling them how terrible government is, and then devoting their time in elected office to trying to make government not work as often as possible. Now, I want to be clear. The Senate has actually done some good bipartisan work this year. Bipartisan majorities have passed common sense legislation to fix our broken immigration system and upgrade our courts, our ports. It's passed a farm bill that helps rural communities and vulnerable Americans. It's passed legislation that would protect Americans from being fired based on their sexual orientation. So we know that there are folks there, Republican and Democrat, who want to get things done. And frankly, privately, they've expressed to me their recognition that the system in the Senate had broken down and what used to be a sporadic exercise of the filibuster had gotten completely out of hand. I believe, I'm confident that that spirit will have a little more space now. I want us to make sure that we can do more work together to grow the economy and to create jobs. And if there are differences in the Senate, then debates should be had. People should vote their conscience. They should vote on behalf of their constituents. But they should vote. That's what they're there to do. And ultimately, if you've got a majority of folks who believe in something, then it should be able to pass. You know, Americans work hard, they do their jobs, and they expect the same from everybody who got sent here. And as long as I have the privilege of being in this office, I'll keep working as hard as I know how to make sure that the economy is growing and we're creating good jobs and we're widening prosperity and opportunity for everybody. And I know that that's what the majority of folks in the Senate believe as well. But the gears of government have to work. And the step that the majority of senators took today, I think will help make those gears work just a little bit better. Thanks very much, everybody. And now Josh will answer all your questions.